Y'all remember when the dollar store used to be $1? It's no longer that. I don't. When did it? It's been like this for like a decade though. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean the fall off of the dollar store. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I haven't been to a dollar store in years, but we got ourselves, you know what I'm saying, a reaction. You know what I'm saying? What makes dollar stores so cheap?
Children, welcome to the fantabulous world of Extra Tug, full of educational and children-friendly content. That's definitely what this is, so come on in, it's it for everybody. If I asked you what's the most popular retail chain in America, you'd probably say something stupid like CVS, Walgreens, Dwayne Reed, or Walmart, or Target.
I would have said Walmart.
Or perhaps BJ's. Do you guys love BJ's?
BJ's?
I love BJ's. That's a real store in New England, and it's very popular. But
Oh, I've never heard of that. What the fuck is a BJ's?
holy shit, how did they not see that marketing-wise? But the biggest retailer in the U.S. by number of stores
Oh my gosh.
is actually Dollar General. In fact, there are more dollar stores in America than every Walmart, Target, McDonald's, and
Really?
Starbucks combined.
Wait. Damn.
Who doesn't love going down to the dollar store and picking up a new flavor of Faygo? Look, they got cotton candy flavor for only 25
That warm ass fucking soda. How long that shit been sitting there?
cents. A fitting price for such a disgusting abomination. Oh no, it's not 25 cents, it's $1.25.
Faygo is good though. I don't know what this nigga talking
Well, that's a
about.
little upset. It's a dollar store. Why are we going over $1? That what for a Faygo? What the f? I just don't get how you're gonna lie about selling things for $1 and then not only that, sell me something that should be literally a nickel. It's cotton candy Faygo and you're gonna charge $1.25 for that? Have some credibility. But that's just the thing. Hardly anything in the dollar store actually costs $1 anymore. They're all liars. They all sell things more than $1 and it's in their name. It's damn right unconstitutional. It's like if you found out
I mean, everything's $1. I don't even think they say that anymore, bro. Now everything's $1.25, isn't it? Isn't like bro. That's how you know shit is bad, bro. That's how you know this shit is bad, bro. That's how you know this shit is bad, bro.
I had a super small penis. I mean, my name's Big Tug. I gotta be packing down there.
What the
Start
fuck?
a rumor that I'm packing down there. And honestly, I can't think of one good reason why the dollar store would need to charge more than $1. Inflation? That's made up. Print more money. But still, with prices so relatively low, it's no wonder that studies show nearly 90% of Americans have shopped at a dollar store in the last year alone. However, other research suggests that as many as 36% of shoppers use these stores at least 3 times a month. And between 2008 and 2020, food sales at
I need to start going to the dollar store. Fuck it.
these stores nearly doubled. Now, is it because that's really sad because financial times hit hard and we had to get our meat at a dollar store?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why it happened, I would assume.
Yeah.
But man, come on down.
That's horrible, bro. Imagine getting like a steak from like the dollar store. I'm sorry, bro. Dollar store does have some good shit though.
For the steakums, kids, we got it at the dollar store. You just know it's poison. Every line in that is poison.
Brother.
So not only are dollar stores everywhere, but they're quickly becoming a consistent component of the American diet. During a 2020 earnings call,
Which is disgusting.
Dollar General CEO Ted Vasso said, "We do very good in good times, and we do fabulous in bad times." He loves the poors, Teddy. Honestly, if everything's going so good all the time, sounds like you could probably afford to keep your shit under $1 there, Ted. But considering today's dollar is worth 47% less than it was 25 years ago,
We've literally lost like half its value. Damn, bro.
Ted's fabulous bad time seems to be here to stay. Tuglets, it's time to
This bullshit, bro.
dig between
Do we even have an economy, bro?
the cushions of your couch and find the spare
No.
change, because today we're taking a trip to the dollar store and we're gonna figure out what the hell's going on over there. And also, do people find change between the cushions anymore? I mean, I haven't had a couch good enough to have cushions. It's usually one slate of fabric, and even then, I mean, do people have loose change in their pockets anymore? I remember going between the cushions and getting ice cream money for the ice cream truck when I was a child. Kids don't have that anymore. Chris, you can go to the next segment whenever you want. I'm just gonna be talking about the ice cream man
When was the line, bro? I haven't seen an ice cream truck in years.
for a while. The roots of discount retail stretch back so far that they predate the era when $1 was considered cheap. It's hard to think about now, but there was a time in America when a crisp George Washington was actually worth something and not filling up space in your pockets. What are you gonna get for $1 nowadays? A cow tail? Push.
A medium Sprite at fucking McDonald's.
Chris, put up a picture of
Actually, that's $1.08. Never
cow
mind.
tail. They're delicious, but they're fucking disgusting. Back in 1788, $1 was worth $30. You think I don't get money. How can that be true? Which is why the first discount stores were actually called 5 and 10 cent stores. Hey, nah, you see? The first of which was created in 1878 by the most 1870s.
God damn, bro. Bruh, imagine if our currency was worth what it was back then, bro.
78 name I've ever heard in my life, Frank Winfield Woolworth. Holy shit, that is an entrepreneur. Woolworth did live up to his name, however, becoming wildly successful by creating the first 5 and dime stores. The business model was so lucrative that it was quickly duplicated by other stores, spawning some of America's first chains, including what would eventually become the 20th century retail giant Kmart. Remember Kmart? That's why I said
Didn't Kmart go
20th century giant, because that's not around no more. They failed spectacularly. Maybe I'll make a video about that one day, but we're gonna be talking.
Yeah, bro, I remember that shit, bro. I remember that. Kmart literally, yeah, they went bankrupt or some shit, right?
About the dollar store today. But of all the 5 and dimes, none were as successful or as influential as the 20th century Ben Franklin stores. Now, naming your store after a founding father is a bold move, especially when you're picking Benny Franklin, because that dude was a pervert. I mean, not only did he invent lightning rods, bifocals, and glass instruments played with wet fingers called the harmonica, but Franklin wasn't just inventing things, he was also a cocksmith. The dude loved him some French. He loved a French more than he.
Oh my God, he was. Hold on. That boy was going crazy.
Love this country. So in his honor, we decided
that boy was going crazy.
To get together and
damn, bro. Ben Franklin getting more Punani than y'all, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I'm just kidding.
Name a cheap little fucking store after him, and I'm sure he would be thrilled if he lived to see the day. Ben Franklin stores were everywhere. At the company's peak, they operated 2,500 locations. And in 1945, a World War II veteran named Sam Walton bought a Ben Franklin in Newport, Arkansas. The store was sold to Franklin for $25,000.
$25,000?
And the sellers apparently were quoted as saying, "This dude's buying a lemon." That's not a direct quote. They wouldn't say this dude, but they did call the store a lemon. If you don't know what a lemon is, it's something that's right out the gate and he's probably gonna fail. But what nobody saw coming was the business IQ of this fucking shell-shocked war veteran. In 3 years, Walton's annual sales topped $250,000, which in today's money is about a trillion billion jabinka joints, because that's a lot of money back then. Eventually, Walton struck out on his own, creating a little store called Walmart. That's right, the basic principles of Walmart, one of the world's largest retailers, were fine-tuned in the dollar store.
It still is.
Where Walton learned the pricing, merchandising, and layouts that would influence.
Oh my gosh, this was Walmart back then? Walmart looks completely different, bro. This looks so like, I don't know.
The Walmart model. And you guys know the Walmart model. It's perfect. You get the candy at the checkout aisles. You sell guns in cages next to baby formula. It's perfect. It's America.
Wait. I don't think my Walmart sells guns. My Walmart doesn't sell guns. At least I don't think so. I know they sell like fishing rods and shit like that, but like, when you gonna see it? Oh my gosh, bro.
But it isn't just Walmart that claims roots in the Ben Franklin stores. This shit was wildly influential, turns out. In 1953, a Ben Franklin was purchased by K.R. Perry, whose son would eventually take up the family business by opening up a Dollar Tree in 1986. Remember the Dollar Tree? It's the whole point of the video. I've been ignoring that. I can't fucking write a script for the fuck of me, but I'm glad I hope you've been enjoying this. Hope you get all your fun facts. I am burnt out, guys. I can't do this forever. But it was 3 decades earlier in the 1950s when dollar stores began to take the shape we recognize today. Dollar General opened up in...
I mean, dollar stores kind of look the same. The aisles still look like this. Let's be honest. Look, come on, bro. Let's be honest, bro. They still look like this, bro. Every dollar store I go to, it's just a box of like supplies just sitting in a fucking section, bro. It'll be like this, but they'll be in boxes, open boxes.
The 1950s when dollar stores began to take the shape we recognize today. Dollar General opened up in Springfield, Kentucky in 1955, and Family Dollar of Charlotte, North Carolina followed just 4 years later. Dollar General expanded to 29 stores and was doing annual sales of $5 million just 2 years after opening. And Family Dollar opened up 100 stores in its first decade, and then they opened up another 100 stores just a year after that. They were booming, exponential growth. Chris put up a chart. The 50s facilitated their spread because of the growth of the American suburbs and small small towns after World War II. Dollar stores filled that gap of affordable and convenient shopping. Come on down, we're selling hams today. Plus, big box stores like Walmart, they weren't even existing yet. You had to wait a decade for that shit. And even when they did, they tended to grow at a slower pace. But this was the genius of the dollar store, and the reason they spread across the country like a weed. They require so little overhead, gang. So little overhead. Their buildings, inventories, and employees are a fraction of those needed by regular retail shops. Because I'll let you in on a little secret, okay? If you have an entire store dedicated to shit that costs less than $1, you can only imagine how little that costs to actually produce and sell. They were making a crazy margin on all this shit. Smaller footprints allows them to thrive in communities often overlooked by bigger retailers and places where it isn't practicable or profitable to run a Walmart. And these places that I just described also happen to be full of the most desirable clientele for the dollar store. The Poors. Dollar General CEO Ted Vasso says that their
God damn, the Poors is insane, bruh.
average customer is a woman in a dual income household that earns less than $40,000 before taxes, yikes, and has only about $800 of disposable income per year. It's not a great situation to be in. This makes much of rural America a prime spot for their industry. However, 75% of Americans nowadays do live within a 5-mile radius of a dollar store.
Yeah, that's true.
So how does
they are like I see Dollar Trees the most. I don't know, like I rarely see a Family Dollar. Like I rarely see or a general store. Like I rarely see that. There probably is one near me. Maybe, I don't know, but I know for sure there's a Dollar Tree in my fucking city.
That amount of expansion makes sense with the average demographic of a discount shopper. These dollar stores aren't just in the shanty towns, they're in nice suburbs, and they're around the rich people. So how's that going down? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of show where I bring up the fact that shit's pretty bad right now, and it's been pretty bad for a while, and it doesn't look like it's getting better. The rich people are poor now. We're f***ed.
The rich people are not poor. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Study found out that in 1971, 61% of Americans lived in middle-class households, which earned 2/3 of all income. And in 2023, only 51% of Americans were middle class, which earned less than half of all income. And I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers out here. It gets a little confusing when you start thinking about how bad things actually are. But they're
pretty bad.
Discussion because you can quote me on this. Chris, put up on the screen. Numbers are business. That's the first thing they teach you in business school. You like numbers? Because that's business. What I'm saying is the middle class is shrinking, and that's a
horrible
great thing for people who own dollar stores.
That's a horrible thing. That is horrible. I mean, we know, like, if y'all don't know, billionaires run this country. They hold pretty much all of the wealth in the country. We only get like 2.5% of the wealth. They get like most of the wealth. They don't pay any fucking taxes, right? You know what I mean? And a lot of them are pedophiles.
To quote Vasso, as this economy continues to chug along and create more of our core customer, Jesus Christ, that's so dark, I think there's going to be more and more opportunities for us to get in and build more stores. That's so up. I get
that's horrible though.
I'm sure we're thinking of it in the wrong context. I'm sure he's talking to people who aren't poor, but oh my god. And this leads us to the consequences of the dollar store strategy. While they often like to position themselves as businesses that do good for the community by helping consumers stretch their dollar while providing access to shopping in underserved areas, they actually play a role in destroying local communities. And we're going to talk about that. As dollar
Bro, every dollar store, like the amount of Dollar Trees I've been to in the area is like straight poverty. Like, you know what I mean? And it's so sad, bro. It's so sad that it's like that. Not all Dollar Trees are like that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all ever seen a Dollar Tree in the ghetto? In like a more ghetto area? Brother.
Stores aggressively expand, they're no longer just filling in needs for rural towns and small suburbs, they're competing with local grocery stores and effectively wiping them out. Dollar stores often open up right next door to local businesses, and what do you can't compete with someone selling a $1.25 cotton candy Faygo. Reports suggest that it's typical for mom and pop sales to drop by roughly 15 to 30% after a dollar store opens, driving many of them out of business. Studies have found a substantial decline in the number of grocers within a 2-mile radius of new dollar stores, which lead to food deserts. And that's when an area it's really hard to get good, healthy food. So they
ExxonMobil. Oh, brother, Exxon fucking Mobil, right? You know, you got a Taco Bell, you got a Pizza Hut, Quiznos. Yeah, this is how like every city in California is, bro. Like,
have to go to like 7-Eleven and buy donuts in order to survive. It's a big issue, and dollar stores contributing to that. And this cycle continues as fewer grocery stores mean more business for dollar stores, leading to more dollar stores opening, destroying even more grocery stores. So at this point, I know what you're asking yourself, Tucker. Is this all this bad stuff you're talking about? Is this all worth the savings? Is this worth the $1.25 Faygo, which is the only item I currently know that sells at dollar stores? But honestly,
Wait, really? What the fuck?
that question.
I don't go to the dollar store, bro. Not because I like things are priced the way that it is for a reason. The quality is usually not as good as like the real product. You know what I mean? That's why I go to like Walmart and shit, because they got the great value shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Great value. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with great value, because usually the all brand shit does taste good. You know, taste the same as like the original brands, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know why I stopped going to Dollar Trees, bro. I think it's just they don't have a lot of like healthy food, bro. But I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna go there and buy candy, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't trust the dollar store, bro.
Question might be a little bit of a moot point. Dollar stores have a penny pinching reputation that's made them a favorite among thrifty and low income households, but that reputation might actually not be warranted. After all, if you think about it, these stores are making an insane amount of money. In 2024, Dollar General's net sales topped $40 billion, while Dollar Tree raked in $17.6 billion, and Family Dollar made $13.25 billion. How could a business that keeps inventory so cheap make so much goddamn money? Guys, they do it by doing what everyone else does. They f*** over the customers. It's so simple. Why didn't I think of it? One of the most common tactics dollar stores use to increase profit margins is shrinkflation. A very chuggy term,
shrinkflation. It's basically like, you know how you buy a bag of Lay's and it's like half empty? You know what I mean? But then you look at the same size bag 10 years ago and it's like, you know, a quarter empty. Like, that's what that is. They're charging you the same price, but they're lowering the quantity. That's what this is.
Millennial term, but it's actually real, so we got to pay attention to it.
A lot of businesses do that. You know what I mean? Instead of them raising the prices on their items, they keep it the same and they lower the amount to help keep that price margin, whatever the fuck you call it.
In 2009 to describe the practice of charging the same amount of money for a product while slightly shrinking its size. Studies find that consumers are less likely to stop buying a product due to shrinkflation than due to a price increase. And they might not even notice a smaller Snickers bar. It might be a quarter inch smaller.
What the fuck?
I wasn't paying attention, so give it to them. They don't give a f***. But
you know, the thing is that our government is supposed to step in and to stop, you know, these billionaire companies from monopolizing and doing shit like that and making the environment better for the people, but, you know, that's not gonna fucking happen.
Shrinkflation explains why many consumers might not realize that in 2022, Gatorade changed the side of its standard bottle from 32 ounces to 28 ounces. Gatorade! Come on now, I need that lemon juice, I need that yellow juice in my body when I get a cold. But unfortunately, shrinkflation is a strategy that dollar stores use to exploit the vulnerability of their primary customer base. Now, considering practices like shrinkflation are going on, it's kinda hard to think about if you're actually saving any money shopping at these stores. And that's why we came up with a brand new game to help you navigate the discounts in the dollar store aisle. It's time to play Deal or No Deal. That cannot be right. That's already taken, Jimmy. You f***ed that up. I can't say that. That's a f***ing copyright. All right, that's why we're playing a brand new game called Thrifty or Shitty. Well, I can't say that over and over. I'm gonna get demonetized. Thrifty or Shifty. You dropped the ball on this one, Jimmy. The rules are simple. I'll show you a dollar store item, and then you get to decide whether it'd be cheaper to just get it at a local grocery store. And it probably is, because I love the deals down at Market Basket. More product placement. Go to Market Basket. They over.
I mean, I just don't trust, like,
but the deals are still there. All right, challenge number one, mayo. Put it on the screen, Chris. Got a jar of mayo. This 8-ounce jar of Kraft real mayo sounds like a steal at $1.25, which equals about 15.625 cents per ounce. Holy, what a steal. But honestly, I've never heard of mayo coming in an 8-ounce increment, so I'm already confused and a little bit suspicious. I also hate how it immediately labels itself as real. I know they're trying to differentiate themselves from mayo, what's that shit? Miracle Whip, which is disgusting, but
bro, who the fuck? I hate Miracle Whip ass niggas, bro. I'm sorry, bro. If you do Miracle Whip, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
anyone put made with real sugar. I fucking hope. What kind of fake sugar can you use? I don't know. Calling it real mayo makes it seem like it's a naturally occurring element on this earth instead
That shit processed like
of
shit.
being whipped up with a shit ton of oil and eggs. Like, it doesn't grow on a tree, gang. It's not, real is a big word. Okay, so
Real
it's time to decide,
mayo.
Let's thrifty
All natural.
or shifty. Survey says a 30-ounce jar of mayonnaise runs about $40 at my local grocery store, which comes in about 13.3 cents an ounce. Which some of you geniuses out there would notice that is less than the number I said earlier about the dollar store mayo. So you're getting even though it seems cheaper, you're just buying less. All right, number 2, Thousand Island dressing. I'm pretty sure that's what they put on Big Macs. I've never had it on a salad. Again, we have an example of a weirdly small bottle, with this dressing again costing $1.25 for an 8-ounce bottle.
I don't think that, I mean, it's worth it if you don't use Thousand Island dressing all the fucking time, and you're just like, oh, let me go buy these products here at the dollar store instead. You know, because I'm not going to be using these as much. But if you often use this kind of dressing, I think you're just going to end up spending more, bro. Long term.
Bottle, or 15.625 per ounce, whatever cents, whatever. We got that. It's cheap. So anyway, thrifty or shifty? Answer: it's a little weird, actually. For complete transparency, the 8-ounce bottle available at the dollar store was Kraft, a name brand. And with that in mind, my local grocery store carries a 16-ounce bottle of Kraft Thousand Island for $4.29, which is approximately 26.8 cents per ounce. And that would make the dollar store version of this thrifty. However, if you're already shopping at the dollar store, I don't think a name brand is much of a concern, in which case you can get a generic Thousand Island for $2.49 or 15.5 cents per ounce, which makes the dollar store version of Thousand Island dressing shifty. So I guess you just gotta pay attention to, you gotta bring a calculator to the store, which is so fun when I'm shopping at a discount store. All right, challenge number 3, ramen, the cheapest thing on earth. I remember back when these were 29 cents a pack.
Yeah, they're like a quarter. I mean, like cup noodles, like the cup shrimp noodles, like the cup, cup noodles, Maracha noodles, like those are like 60 cents, right? At Walmart. I be buying those. You know what I mean?
Packet. I don't know what happened to this country. Ramen is
$1.50 though for a ramen noodle is insane though. At dollar store, I'm pretty sure you can get it cheaper at fucking Walmart.
Pretty much the cheapest way to keep yourself alive on this planet. So I was a little surprised to see this stuff at the dollar store charging $1.50 per pack. That's insane. So much money. You just buy a can of soup for that. But it's a 5-pack. So if you do the math, each one's only about 30 cents. And that's a screaming good deal for a bowl of soup. But ramen noodles occupy a weird space in the culinary world. The type you make at home is incredibly unhealthy, accounting for 72% of your recommended sodium intake per package. And the kind you get at a restaurant.
Yeah, like ramen noodles is one of those like meals you can only have like once a day. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
It melts in your mouth and it's the best thing on earth. So it's I don't get it. But one thing I noticed is a 5-pack of ramen noodles is a little unorthodox. Usually it's a 6-pack. So my suspicion flares are flaring. Is it thrifty or shifty? Answer: okay, we might be splitting hairs here because ramen is already so goddamn cheap, but you can get a 12-pack at a standard grocery store for $4.99, which is over 41 cents a pack. So this is thrifty, but with a pretty big asterisk. Keep in mind that these bigger packs of ramen do always go on sale. In fact, while I was writing this, you could get a 12-pack of ramen at my local market for $2.99, or a little less than 25 cents a pack. So whatever. Okay. Frozen pizza, number 4. This was one of the most shocking items I found in the store, because each one of these pizzas...
Really? Wait. Red Barons? They got Red Barons there? Oh nah, bro. I need to start coming here.
Is $5 each, which it's a supreme pizza, but it's still a fucking frozen pizza. And it's not even DiGiorno, which is like the best one. So
who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna fucking tell him? Get out! Who's gonna fucking tell him? DiGiorno? No, bro.
The survey says thrifty or shifty, and I thought this was gonna be a slam.
I'm not saying that DiGiorno is like nasty to the point where I want to eat it, but like, come on, bro. Red Baron's way better.
Dunk for shifty. No way could anyone in their right mind charge over $5 for a Red Baron pizza. But sure enough, they do. This same thing is being sold at my local grocery store for $5.99. $1 more for Red Baron. What happened to this country? I don't even know how we win this game, folks. I feel like we're losing, no matter what we do. How did it get so dark? This was supposed to be a fun history lesson about the dollar store. What's the next segment? Oh, good. The section is called The Human Cost of a Dollar Store. Fantastic. Dollar stores aren't always a value for consumers, and they often hurt local businesses.
Okay. If this is a dollar store and they're selling all this kind of shit, Shit, I don't know.
But guess what? They are awful to their employees. 92% of Dollar General workers earn less than $15 an hour. Which,
That's
just
horrible.
in case you weren't paying attention, $15 an hour is not livable anywhere in the United States anymore.
That's
you could be in Kansas and
it's
not only
literally
are these
not.
staffers underpaid, but they also have to work with the bare bones staffing. Oftentimes, dollar stores only have 2 people working at once. And that makes things really complicated considering that they're always trying to sell balloons at the front of their store. Just one parent trying to buy a balloon for their child that they love will completely f over an entire shift at Dollar General. Not to mention that since there's only 2 people working, you basically...
Yeah, bro, there's only usually like 2 people there. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
You have to do everything. You ring people up. You stock the shelves. You clean. Go to any grocery store. They have like 40 people doing all those jobs. There are people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year who don't even work remotely as hard. Former dollar store employees report being expected to work long hours with little or no overtime. So
yeah, and then also it's usually like you always understaffed. Like they need more, and that's why, like I said at the beginning of the video, like nothing's really put out at the dollar store is because they don't have time to. They got to deal with customers and shit, bro.
Is this wildly exploitative? It's also extremely unsafe. Without time to take care of stocking,
this is literally how dollar stores look, bro.
Merchandise piles up in the aisles. I don't know if you've been to a dollar store recently, but it looks like a fucking bomb went off.
Yeah, bro.
Federal safety inspections have repeatedly found blocked exit routes, fire hazards, and unsafely stacked merchandise.
But they can't. There's nothing they can do, bro. There's nothing they can do because they're just so understaffed.
In 2024, Dollar General paid a $12 million fine to the government for workplace safety violations. And nothing changed. They were just like, yeah, we do that shit. Here's the money for it, but we're not it's way cheaper to just not pay these people than it is to pay you guys, so fuck it. But a blocked exit is the least of your worries at the dollar store because
that is so ass.
Of their lack of security and small numbers of employees.
That thought process that these CEOs and billionaires have are so ass.
They get robbed all the fucking time.
You're literally a billionaire, bro. Like, like, why are you holding all the wealth to yourself, bro?
There's any 50-50 coin flip. If you walk into a dollar store, it's currently in the middle of a mugging. In Dayton, Ohio, 81 criminal incidents were counted by police at dollar stores in 2023. And while the majority of them involved theft, several of them were robberies. Robberies are incredibly common at the dollar store. And I know they're an easy target because they got one dude called Todd running the shop, but how much money could you squeeze out of a fucking dollar store? I'm sure they have 20.
To be honest, I mean, no wonder why they don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? I mean, most dollar store workers I run into, they're pretty nice. But, you know, it's like, you know, at least from my experience, right? But bro, I feel bad for people who have to work at a dollar store, bro.
Dollars in cash behind the register. But man, they think it might be worth it because people fucking die a lot during these. According to data from the Gun Violence Archive, 172 people have been injured in
oh my gosh, 2014, bro?
Dollar General stores since 2014, and nearly 50 have died. That's too many. I mean, death is always a tragedy, but we're averaging 5 a year here.
If you're gonna rob a dollar store, at least don't murder the fucking people there. Can you not do that? Everybody is struggling, bro.
One Ohio Dollar General employee named Dave Dukes actually experienced 3 armed robberies, so many that the company sent him to other stores in the region to train employees on how to handle themselves while a gun.
What the fuck? Oh, brother, bro. You know, instead of just paying your employees more and, you know, and that's crazy because the federal, like, you know, like, the federal, salary is like $15 an hour, isn't that right? It's like 15, bro. Like, bump it up, nigga.
Is being pointed at them. But after his 3rd robbery, Dukes hit his limit and he started bringing a gun to work. I don't fucking blame him. And of course, he got robbed again at Dollar General and he fucking shot the dude and killed somebody. All of this over cotton candy Faygo. All right, this is bad. This was not as fun as I thought it was going to be. We got to make this fun. Okay, goofy dollar store names in other countries. That's more like it. Okay, we'll end on a fun note. We'll just talk about how the Europeans name their dumb shit. In Germany, you get 1 euro shop, which is
€1 shop.
pretty boring. Japan has 100 yen shops, which is kind of fun. I don't get why Asian countries have denominations of money that are so much, though. I don't get that. Like, they're like, oh yeah, that hamburger costs 1,400 yen. Just make it 14. Take a couple zeros off that bitch. I don't know why we do that. Like South Korea, 1,000 won shop. Like, make it $1.
I don't know, bro. That's how they do their currency. Also, you know, Our currency is, a lot of, their Chinese currency is not as the same as the U.S. currency, right? Like, right. But I don't know, man. This shit is just ridiculous.
Why just cut the zeros off of it? Vietnam, 10K stores.
That's a good
You
point.
see what I'm saying? Dollarama in Canada. That's fun. That's a fun one. The UK used to have a 3-penny stores, which sounds dumb, but now they have Poundland, which is
Poundland. Oh my god. Poundland? Poundland?
where I took your mother last night. And of course, Poland has
Visa Stico.
I have no clue. I don't
How
know.
the
Put
fuck
it on the
is-
screen. I have no clue.
I don't fucking know.
There's a 5 in there. 5's watch. Nothing like a little xenophobia to take the edge off. But before I go, I want to make one thing abundantly clear. I don't think it's bad to shop at the dollar store. I don't think
it's bad either. Go shop there, bro. People buy like, Halloween decorations and shit for like Halloween and shit at dollar store for super cheap. So I don't blame them. I don't blame
it's a bad
them.
thing to do. And I'm not shaming anyone for doing it. You guys aren't the problem. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes you can really stretch your George Washington shopping at these fine retailers. However, I think it's important to realize just how these stores work, and that's by feeding off of our misery. They give less, they charge more, they destroy small businesses, and create practically death traps. As one retail researcher expertly put it,
I mean, this country is just rigged to keep you poor. That's what this is. Like, this is, you know what I mean? The wealth gap is insane,
what
bro.
the dollar stores are betting on in a large way is that we are going to have a permanent underclass in America, based on the concept that the jobs went away and the jobs are never coming back, and that things aren't going to get better in any of these places. So on that super fun note, thanks for watching Big Time.
Yeah, hey, bro. Hopefully, maybe something will happen, you know what I mean? But from the looks of it, bro, things ain't looking so fucking good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think we're cooked, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get ready, y'all, for what's to come. But I hope you have a good breakfast, a good dinner, good night, man. What do y'all think about this, bro? I'm not gonna lie. I might actually start shopping there, though. No, some real shit, because I'm struggling, too. But I hope you have a good breakfast, a good dinner, good night, man. Love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Be safe. Peace.